Long Ride has an instant impact and sounds like it could be the next single. Tell us about that track.
We wrote Long Ride on the bus in Germany. That's one of those songs that was like, 3 or 4 songs in 3 days. My guitar was up on the bus, and somebody had tuned it to it's a weird tuning we use, and I'm sure there's a technical name for it, but it's CFCFAD. So it's almost like open G, but it's down a whole step, and you don't tune your high E string down. And that's what Soul Creek and Devil's Queen and Peace Pipe and a couple other songs are in. That tuning, it's a really cool open sounding tuning. And I don't know, man, like just started playing the chorus. That's one of the few songs that like the chorus and a vocal melody came before everything else. But that song is just, it's a song about life and family and loss and love. It's just a beautiful song, one of my favorites.
You've done an amazing cover version of the song War, and sometimes doing a cover that is already in the minds of many, like the Springsteen version, can be a very high risk. But you guys have taken this track to such a new level and must be a great track for you to perform live.
We chose to do War kind of at the last minute. We were looking for a song to do as a bonus track, and we weren't going to do a cover. And then we originally had a bunch of other ideas in mind, and then we were just shuffling through Motown hits, and that song came on. Nobody had agreed on a song really 100% yet, and as soon as that one came on, we were all like, that's the one we got to do. It was Edwin Starr's version of War. And
we didn't even know Bruce Springsteen had done this.
Yeah, that's the only version we had heard. And then we literally just took a few minutes and went up there and recorded it, and we kept it basically true to form and just made it a lot heavier, as if we were, we wrote it, because it's a great song as is. And it's really cool because it's kind of unexpected from us, that song. And a lot of young people, I don't even think, have heard the song. So it's fitting for the times, and it makes a statement. And it was just cool. It's got soulful vocals and heavy guitars.
Sometimes learning to perform a song can be a musical lesson in itself. What guitar songs have taught you lessons just by learning how to play it?
I mean, if you learn like riffs like Black Dog and some of those old school Skinner riffs, especially like this, if you try to learn the solo section of Freebird alone, you're going to school, because those riffs, you have to understand what they're doing, and what they were doing on the guitar at that time was so innovative, especially the solo stuff with Skinner. You're really figuring out, like, okay, because they got 3 guys playing solos, and they're all playing, if they're not playing in unison, they're going to be playing in different positions, but it makes one huge wall of sound. So I think a lot of times learning that old school stuff like that, and a lot of the old school blues stuff, will definitely give you a lesson in music, because even though it might sound simple, it's not.
It's like the All Along the Watchtower Jimi Hendrix version. I mean, that is the handbook of how to play rock and roll guitar, in my opinion.
Yeah, and probably one of the greatest solos.
While growing up, what influence did the Black Crowes have on you, along with the other southern bands like the Allman Brothers, Lynyrd Skynyrd, Government Mule, and guitar masters like Derek Trucks and Warren Haynes?
Skinner is probably,
probably the biggest one of all those.
All those, yeah, and then probably next to mine would be the Allman Brothers, just because of the twin guitar work they did, and they're 2 southern bands.
Government Mule still.
Yeah, we were just watching Government Mule the other night on the bus, and it's just, they're amazing, and you appreciate them because those bands were music bands, and they wrote for the good of the whole album, and they wrote for their songs to be performed live, whereas some bands might write a few cool songs on an album, the rest of it's kind of filler. Skinner and the Allman Brothers and Government Mule, you're supposed to listen to that as an album, and when you go see it, you're supposed to see those songs performed in their glory. So that's kind of the school we grew up on. Let's not write a couple great songs and just write a bunch of okay ones. Let's write the best songs we can, and let's make sure that they are written for the stage. Because at the end of the day, that's what we do out here.
That's where they live, man.
From a guitar player point of view, who were the players you would listen to for inspiration as a youngster?
I mean, Jimi Hendrix for me is, as far as well-known guitar players, Jimi Hendrix is kind of the beginning and end. I mean, there's people playing today, and there's been a million great guitar players since him, but You know, he kind of wrote the book. Like I said earlier, he is the guy.
He
for
owns
rock and
the
roll.
electric guitar.
Yeah, I mean,
There's
it's
no better.
you know, you got Hendrix, and then you got guys like, you know, Freddie King and B.B. King, and then, you know, you go a little further until you get to Alan Collins, Steve Gaines, Gary Rosendale, Dickie Betts, Dwayne Allman.
Then you got people like Stevie Ray Vaughan
Yeah,
that are playing stuff clean.
yeah.
Then you got guys on the other side of the fence like I love like Brian Setzer, who is a different type of music, but they own the guitar in different ways. And you can't help but be influenced and inspired by those guys listening to them because you're like, you know.
Then you look at a guy like Slash, who just,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, the melodies that guy plays is just unreal.
There's a lot out there. I mean, there's so many great guitar players to be influenced by and inspired. I think as a guitar player, you can listen to almost any great musician and just
You got to go to Jimi Hendrix at some point.
Yeah.